Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the Debrief. Hey, Nikki, how you doing?
I'm good, Joe. How are you? Good morning. Morning.
Good.
Afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. It's been a long weekend. Valentine's Day weekend is very long. Every time it's on the weekend, it's long. Hold on, real quick.
Oh, sorry.
You back? Okay.
All our weekends are long, huh?
Yeah, you gotta do 3 days worth of Valentine's Day when it falls on the weekend. How was your weekend, though?
It was good. It was good. I went to Augusta to see my day with her, which is I guess a new thing. And
Mm-hmm.
we went to paint and sip, and neither one of us drank, so it wasn't even. But it was okay. She liked it. We laughed. And then Sunday, I went to Smoke and Stroke, where you can people get to smoke weed there and draw pictures and paint pictures. So yeah,
That's some Atlanta shit.
I don't
That's
smoke
some
that.
really Atlanta stuff.
I mean, there was a
Yeah.
lot of single women there looking for, I guess, their next year's Valentine. So yeah, it was interesting. What did you do?
I came to Boston. I've been in Boston for almost. I've been in Boston a week now. So came to Boston. We went to dinner. I cooked. Actually, was just finishing cooking right before the show. I think I put in enough uh, cooking for a little while. But normal
You
Valentine's Day thing. Nothing crazy.
you cooked Valentine's Day dinner or
I cooked one of the day. I think it was Friday night. I cooked and steak, lobsters, shrimp, scallop. Yeah. So I think I'm good for a little while.
that's a good man, so I'm gonna tell you, Janelle, that's a good
Yeah.
man. That Joe Clark is a good man.
Listen.
So yeah, I mean, I'm glad it's over because yeah, it did kind of last 3 days, like from
Yeah.
Friday. Yeah, it was just so my mom got 2 days, and yeah, it was good. KJ had his first Valentine's Day date, or what I don't know.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I spoke to my man.
My
My
child,
man, he out here jet setting, He doing bigger things than some adults I know.
right? Who can fly to
Yeah,
Houston every 2 weeks just to see their
yeah.
group? Mm-mm.
So that's good, man. I'm glad weekend was good.
Yeah, no
Of
drama. I
course,
don't.
of course, we got some things to talk about with what's going on in politics. I mean, neither is surprise. I mean, it is what it is. If nobody knows, Trump got acquitted again for a second impeachment. Not too surprised. It was 57 votes voted guilty. 7 GOP members actually voted guilty. But I mean, the rest of them are going to vote to the people that they represent from their states,
Right.
from Arkansas, Mississippi. What else do you expect? Kentucky. They're going to vote towards that way. So now we can move on. A couple weeks ago, Biden passed the budget for 1.9 trillion. So we're going to
Wait,
see what they do with that money as far as relief.
wait, I have a
Um,
question. So, real quick. So they didn't impeach him. So what does that mean? That he can run for office again, or what does that mean now?
yeah, yeah, he can run for office again. Lindsey Graham said he came out yesterday and said, yeah, just spoke to Trump, and he looks forward to helping in 2022 with the GOP. So he will be making an appearance at some point. He's not going away. And my take from it, those people chose their power and basically they fear for Trump over their own lives. Their lives was in danger on January 6th. And they ignored all of that and it was like, power means more. So it's not a surprising thing. It just is what it is. So I can see the Democrats are really going to be on some F the right wing, and I don't know how much they're going to get done. I do know in 2022, everybody needs to go out and vote the same way they did in 2020. for those midterm elections, for those seats that'll be up, so we still control both the Senate and the House. But besides that, ain't nothing changing. Biden hopefully passes more help with the relief, but getting this COVID vaccine out so we can get this human herding going so we can get back to normal life. That's really what I want to happen at this point.
So I spoke to one of our mutual friends this morning, Joe, and they said that their family member was fine, even though they were in like kind of a nursing home, but they gave them the vaccination, and then they got COVID after the vaccination. So, and right now they're like, not doing well. So he said he didn't understand why she even got it because it's her age, but I don't understand why they're asking elderly people to get it, to do it, if they're going to get if they're going to catch it anyway, because she caught COVID. So, I mean, and my mom took it.
Like you already know how I feel about it. It is really no guarantees with any vaccine, let alone one that they just got together in less than a year. So, but vaccine, their main job is to give you basically a blueprint of the virus that you may come in contact with. So I've heard, listen, they can say whatever they want. We do at points, people pick and choose when they want to trust the government and not. It's all in what makes them comfortable. We know they have run experiments with people, but it is what it is. They're saying that it's not actually the virus. It's a genetic version of it. Whatever. All I know is you don't know what you're really putting in your body. It's up to you. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, whether you do it or you don't do it, it is what it is. There's still no guarantee that you're not going to get COVID. That's just where it is. And everything's so political when it comes to it. It's not even following science. So they use people's fear to make you do different stuff. I'm personally not getting shot. I'm fine. I'm sure I've came in contact. I'm sure my body has built enough antibodies to do exactly what the vaccine is supposed to be doing. But that's my choice. If you choose to get the vaccine, more power to you. You know what I mean? But you're not going to sit here and tell me that you know what it's going to do to your body in the future. You can't. They can't even tell you. So it's all in your comfort level. And being that you know that they're telling you that it's not 100% sure that you're not going to get COVID. So it's all a chance. It's all if you want to risk it or not. I'm good on it. I know that they want the older people to get it because they're the ones that's suffering the most. But you just kind of got to just pick what makes you comfortable.
So I heard that next school year they're asking, and this is in Georgia, they're asking possibility that for a kid to return to school, they want them to be vaccinated. So what does that look like for your daughter? How do you feel about that?
They can't make me get my daughter any vaccine. Like they're going through that now with other vaccines. It's good to listen to the news, and then it's bad at the same time because they put so much information out every single day that it muddies the water. So yeah, they're probably, like for instance, the teachers. I seen a woman go on TV talking about why didn't CDC mandate that teachers get vaccines? What if they don't want to give vaccine? She's looking at it on the point of view of, well, these kids, they're probably not social distancing. They may come in with it. But you're not also looking at the point, the teacher may not even want the vaccine. So they're in a weird spot, but you can't. I'll tell you this. Before they make me say my daughter got to take a vaccine, she won't be going in school. You cannot do that. There's not enough information on how it affects the body.
Right.
Back to my last point, it's all in what you feel is fine. Not trying to be funny or nothing. We haven't been even hearing no cases of no kids dying from COVID. It hasn't even been affecting us younger, and then the kids. It's older people. So I'm gonna chance putting that in my child. And I'm good.
Yeah, kids won't be getting it.
Hold on 1 second, Nikki.
Yeah, KJ won't be
No. No. Oh,
You want to come to the door.
yeah, my bad.
Yeah, KJ won't be getting it, so he can just stay home. That's fine, because I'm not
Yeah.
doing that. Because they're
So
not doing a good history. Like with kids, there's not really a good history, a medical history, because you have to look at like his genetics, and I just don't want to chance that. I didn't want my mom to get it, and she was kind of sick after she got the first one. Then I understand you got to get a second dose. I'm
hmm
just not with it. I'm just not like, and
yeah,
I'm not really big on conspiracy theory, but I'm just not with it. I'm just not.
yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to
That's
me.
the thing. You don't even got to go as deep as conspiracy theories. Like we do know what they did before with the whole testing with the syphilis,
Right.
but just on basic knowledge, you don't even have to be a scientist. It's brand new. Like there's people that won't buy the first version of the iPhone when it first drops,
Right.
but are gonna argue me down about getting this COVID shot. It's like you're not making sense. The PlayStation 5 that just came out, you won't buy the first generation because you know it's gonna have bugs in it, but
Right.
you'll get this shot that just came out. So it's like, okay, bro, whatever. You're still not making sense of what you're saying. Like that right there, those electronics are not gonna, they're not going in your body, but you know not. Oh, I'm not doing that. But you hurry up and go get the shot. So, like I said, it's all in what makes people comfortable. I think it's more of a mental thing to be able to say, "Oh, I got the shot, I'm fine. I got the shot, I'm fine." When it's not completely true.
So Joe, your favorite president in the world is offering $3,000 a month per child.
Yeah, I seen that. We gonna see soon. Now that the trial's over, they're gonna go back and they're gonna vote on different things. I don't think that's gonna happen per month. I can see them doing it as a child credit per year right now, like extra. But 3,000, that we talking about that $3,000 per child every month is a lot of money.
And it's 36 if their child is under 5. So when we
Yeah,
talk, the producer, she would be getting $6,600.
yeah, that's a lot of money. It sets a bad precedence. Like you are really treading close to a socialist economy because at that point, why would somebody go?
To work.
Is let's say a doctor. Why would I go become a doctor or a good doctor? All this money I got to spend to become a doctor and the schooling. Well, I could just sit at home and have kids and I can make some money. That's the only. It's like a real thin line. They got to be careful with that. I get they're trying to help. It's just how about they do other things that cost the reason why I need the money. Housing, regulation on healthcare, or give universal healthcare, raise the minimum wage. Those other things would help more than just giving people money. And once you start depending on the government as far as giving you money, they then control you.
Right.
And you can look at any other nation in the world. It's happening in other nations, socialist nations. Not even saying that they won't say it, but we're a capitalist nation. Even though that's not the best thing, at least it gives you freedom to earn as much money as you want to. As so, I'd rather it that way than a socialist because then it's just you really have no control. We barely got control now, but you really ain't gonna have no control over your life at that point. You're literally waiting for them to hand you money, and that we're kind of seeing it now. Like with the second wave of relief, Trump waited on purpose a day after it expired to mess up the system, so they got to reprogram it. And funds for stuff has not been pushed out. We are dealing with it literally with PPPs that we're working on.
Right.
They slowed it down because everything's changed. So you're supposed to help, but you're looking at it could be another month, 2 months. So now people have been waiting 3 months. That unemployment, anything that they're quote unquote handing you out to help you has been put on hold. So I don't like that. I'd rather you let us go back to work or you change regulations on what's making it difficult for people to live. And two of them really is healthcare, which they can regulate federally, and housing. They can regulate federally. They have a whole department in the White House for housing, but they choose not to. So
Yeah, that's a lot of money. We would be in the kind of economy that would definitely not be. It would be more for the because people would. I mean, I don't know. So people without kids would be having to work for little to no money when people with 3 and 4 kids, they're bringing home 10, 11 grand a month, and the economy is going to kind of flip upside down at that point.
well, people probably wouldn't go to work. Why would you go to work?
Right.
It's almost like the unemployment thing. You remember, like when it first hit, and people was making more money on unemployment than they was at the job. Why go back to work?
Why?
He's talking about it, like trying to get people to come into work, like come work for Greedy's. Why would they come? Why? Right. And it's not even that you're mad. You just understand, like, why would you come take $10 an hour when you can sit at home and make $700, $800 a week? Why?
Right. And I remember that was in the interview questions when we were interviewing for the head chef. It was like, "Are you getting unemployment?" They'd be like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Start negotiating at that point.
Yeah.
So they put us in a bad bind with that. Business owners.
Yeah. I'm not even mad at the people. I mean, you got to do whatever the system offers. You got to work your way,
right.
But it is what. Why? Why would you? It just doesn't make sense.
Some of our old staff was getting $900 a week, right?
Yeah. I know people's getting over $1,000 in unemployment per week.
Yeah.
So
I can't feed you that, sis. I'm sorry.
Why would you go back to work?
Yeah.
Doesn't even make sense. So
gas in my car. Come deal with them bad.
That's the thing where. That's why I don't consider myself a Democrat or Republican, because I don't agree with a lot of stuff both sides do.
Right.
So I would love for them to do away with the party system as a whole, but that's not going to happen. But yeah, I agree. When they be arguing people should go to work and I don't want to take care of you, I feel the same way.
Yeah, but so most business owners probably think like Republicans, because at the end of the day, we need to wonder about our business. But as a Democrat and as a mother, that's when you're like a family person, you'd be Democrat, but a business owner, you're probably more Republican.
That's why I don't like the party system, because I feel like they have to go down toe the line on whatever their party promotes. Right. So yeah, that might be good, but do I like for instance Trump screaming all the stuff he was screaming? No. But do they have good policies that I agree with? Yes. Do they have policies that I don't agree with? Hell yeah. Same with the other side. So it's just it makes it hard for you to even figure out really what you want to vote. But we'll see. It look like Biden about to hand out some more money.
Yeah, it's funny. It's real funny.
Really, all he got to do is forgive student loan debt, and that'll probably push him into 2024 right there.
Oh, over $10,000. Don't just do 10, because 10 was like what, our first semester or first year.
If he do that,
all 4 years in the undergrad and post grad, like
if he does that, that'll push him right into 2024. That, and he should have released Bobby Smurda too.
But Bobby is a state crime, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he can do that. Well,
he could pardon. Trump was pardoning people with state crimes.
Oh.
Just go release my man Bobby. Release my man Bobby. Get rid of student loan debt, and I promise you'll get elected 2024. He got to throw his hat in the air.
Bobby had one hit. On his one hit, he told the whole murder scene on the song. Nigga. You deserve to be where you at. You gave him a blueprint of everything you did in your song. How you did it, when you did it, why you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to watch Judas and the Black Messiah? Mm-mm. So that was really good. It was about Fred Hampton, Black Panthers.
Yeah.
It's on HBO. So if y'all got a chance, make sure y'all go watch that. Really good. They've been putting out some good movies. That American Skin was really good. And then I watched this weird ass black and white movie, Malcolm and Marie. and I'm a movie buff type person, and
Right.
that I couldn't get it. I didn't feel authentic.
I
So,
did watch something the other day with the Ku Klux Klan, and I hate like shit like movies like that. I don't watch them, but I watched it because it kind of woke me up. I was asleep, and it was a guy. He was a white guy, and they wanted him to join, and he didn't join, and his life was hell after that. And then he had to go live with the black people or something. I don't. It was
oh, you watched Burden.
yes,
Burden. I watched that. It was about the museum in South Carolina, the KKK museum, that the black church ended up owning because the white guys sold it to them for $1,000.
I didn't see all of it. Only part I saw
Yeah,
was he didn't want to
but
be in
this,
the KKK.
yeah, the guy was adopted into the family. He was raised in the Klan, and then fell in love with this girl that made him see different, and left the Klan, and then ended up having to move in the house with the black preacher.
Because the white people
And
put him out the
yeah, the
house.
white guy and his family. He got saved, and then he wanted to buy a trailer that was $1,000, and he had the deed to the museum because the leader of the Klan gave it to him as his stepson. He sold it to to the pastor for $1,000, and the pastor owned it for a while until the guy died, and they changed over the museum. This is a true story, right in South Carolina.
Oh, I didn't get to that part because I was like, "What's happening?" Oh no, I don't watch clan stuff. Mm-mm. I live in Georgia. That shit could happen. Anything that can happen, I don't watch. Like Candyman, I don't watch shit that can happen.
Oh,
Serial,
whoa, 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 whoa! We do not say the seed man's name.
I know that shit could happen. I
Yeah,
can't deal with shit that can happen.
we do
Mm-mm.
not say the seed man's name. I'm telling you right now, if Penn was on here right now, he would be having a heart attack. We do not say the seed man's name. It's, that's a true story to me.
That's a true story. I mean, all those true. Yeah, that's definitely. I believe that one is too.
Yep.
Okay, we can move along. I thought we had so Dio and Alexis went on their date. So this is the update that I got, Joe, from the
Okay.
date that didn't happen, but was supposed to happen. So I'm gonna tell you both sides from what I heard. So Alexis was supposed to go on a date in Houston with one of the three guests we had. Only person that called her was Dio. Nobody else really hit her up. The other two, because remember, Joe, they were supposed to call her, right?
Yeah.
They did not. So Larry and Ed did not. Dio called her like that same day, and they were talking. So she was ready. So they were talking about 2 weeks. So she was ready to leave on Saturday the 13th to go to Houston. That was the plan for the brief show to fly her out and to have dinner with Dio on the 14th. On the 12th, okay, Pen, I won't say it again. I'm sorry. On the 12th, he called me and asked me what time was she coming in, and I said, "You may need to talk to old girl because I don't think she's coming." So she called him in front of me. She said, "Can you pay half my ticket?" He said, "I'm not vested enough in you to pay for half your ticket." Then she said, "But you want me to stay with you and not stay at the hotel that the debrief is going to put me in?" He said, "Yeah, that's because it's convenient to me. Like my car is broke down, so it's just easier for me." And she said, "So you don't want to pay?" And the ticket was literally like 216. So she was like, "You don't want to put $100 on my ticket, and you want me to stay with you?" And so I don't know, but that night she decided she was not going. She's like, "I'm not going. Cancel ticket. I'm good." I said, "Okay." So I called Houston and I said, "Nicholas, we got a problem. Oh, girl said she ain't coming. She ain't fuck with buddy." So he said, "Yeah, man, Dio around town. Like, he the man. He the one she chose. He the one, he got her on lock." I said, "At what point did he have her on lock?" Because that's not what I got. So what I got from her and what I heard about it was two different stories. So we're definitely calling that the date that did not happen. So, but yeah, he was telling
So
everybody like,
he wanted her to come stay with him.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted him to pay for half her ticket.
Right. So
What
her
did they
thing
have good communication on the phone? Did they hit it off right? So did it just hit a snug at that point, or was it
he said
even
he
before
wasn't
that?
consistent. He was kind of he moved funny, which she said he moved kind of funny. Like he would call her and say, Grand Rising Queen. I guess that's what he does, and then she wouldn't hear from him from the next day. She would text him, but she said she's not a like text back to backer, so he wouldn't text her. But I mean, I
So
don't
she
know.
would reach out and he wouldn't follow up.
Mhm.
Mm.
So maybe the next day or later on that day, um, she said she wasn't really getting good energy from him. And so when that question came up, it was like, why wouldn't you pay half? Like she was like, the show is paying for our dinner. Like I'll pay for half my own ticket, and you want me to stay with me? And the thing was about staying, because remember I was supposed to go, so she would have just been end up staying with my brother or me. But when I decided not to go, that was an extra cost, and I was like, all right, well the show can pay for some of that, but we're not going to eat all that cost either, because I'm not going. But she was like, I really don't want to stay with him. Like I don't know him like that. And luckily she didn't, because Baby Shark should have been stuck, because Baby Shark
Oh
is stuck
yeah,
Tuesday to Wednesday. So her thing was like, yesterday
that's
she was
true.
like, oh my God, I would have been stuck at this nigga house, no cigarettes, with this nigga I don't like for an extra 4 days.
That's
Absolutely.
right. Because Houston got hit with some snow, which is
So
weird.
yeah, yeah, they're stuck. So um the date that did not happen because she just wasn't feeling him. She said
Damn.
he didn't have the New York swag that she thought, like when she dates New York men, which is strange because I get the New York thing from him still, um, but she said she wasn't feeling it. Mm-mm. So
Yeah.
I mean, he was the man around town. He was doing it, pulling a Kareem all around town. Like, yeah, I got the baddest bitch. I was showing pictures. Nicholas said, show pictures to people. Like, oh yeah, this is my boo. She coming to see me. So Nicholas was like, they did not happen. So he wanted me to have Dio on the show today to say his theory on what happened, but she was like, it ain't a go. And I don't think she talked to him since.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to hear the other side. I actually want to hear her point of view, and
And
then I would
she's
love
so
to hear
crazy
his.
and ratchet. I had to like try to put it together like, okay, now what happened? No, he won't even pay for half my flight. Hell, y'all paying for the other stuff. Why you can't pay for half? And he wanted me to stay with him. I said, were you going to stay with him? She was like, I guess. I said, oh, okay, well, now we're here. So yeah, I would like to get both of them. So I was going to try to tape her and get him on. Maybe I don't know, but it would be interesting to see what both of them have to say about each other, besides
Yeah.
just hearing from the third person. So I don't know.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's where we're at. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. So I know we're supposed to talk about parent guilt. I wanted other parents besides me and you, Joe, to be on, because it seems like it's always me and you.
I mean, we
You
could
know,
bring in
we can bring on.
I'll bring the producer on. She could talk about some of these this parent guilt.
I don't think she has parent guilt.
She just said no.
She doesn't. I know me.
She,
I think you have it, Joe. I know I have it. Nicholas has it. I don't
where
know.
is my guy Nick?
He said he couldn't get on because he didn't have there had no power, no Wi-Fi.
That's crazy. The power went out last night here for like a minute.
Yeah, no.
You know, we
Yeah.
got
So
weather. It's like rain,
they are
ice and
sick.
stuff now.
Baby Shark is about to lose it because he don't have any Wi-Fi. Lose it.
So they have no power.
No power.
Damn.
All
Yeah,
day
Houston is
yesterday, all
not.
day today.
They are not ready for no weather. Then I seen they supposed to have like 70 something degrees like in a couple days.
That's when he can fly home. Yeah. Um, Parent guilt is I really didn't realize I had it until my peoples told me like 2 months ago that I have mom guilt or parent guilt. Um, it's a real thing. I mean, it is. It is. Sometimes in the explanation I got from parent guilt is that you feel like you have made the wrong decisions in your child's life. I think, right? Am I saying it right?
It could be that, or yeah, trickle down effect. I mean, all each person is a little different.
Yeah. So how do you think you have it, Joe? Because when somebody told me I had it, I looked at people around me with kids, and I was like, some of them don't have it. Like my friend Trey has it at all, none. But I think I don't know. Maybe people with multiple kids don't have it, but I know.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like as a parent, you can always do better. So, um, I mean, I always thought like different stuff, but really, when I was doing therapy, or, counseling, or whatever, um, just realizing how I grew up and then how I raised my daughter and the conversations we have. So, like, I feel like my mom could have did different things, or maybe she didn't know. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I know better, and each generation you want to be better than the previous one. That could have been better, put us in better positions. So when it comes to my daughter, especially because I had her so young, I was 20, and me and her mother are not together. Me and her mother do not even see eye to eye. So when it comes to things like that, but my daughter's older, so I can communicate strictly with her. I can see how it affects her. So I'll be thinking about maybe if I did things different this way, maybe we wouldn't be in this spot. But all my decisions, all the things I do with her mind first. But I feel like sometimes when you're not with the child's mother, you got to make decisions that make them happy. And you know me, I'm not about to bow down in the way. I just feel like my pride kind of gets in the way, and I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. Like, because I shouldn't have to be trying to please you when it's not about you, it's about our child. So I mean, I don't know. I think back, man, I should have took her to court. I mean, it's a lot of different things I feel like I could have did that would have played out different, but I don't think in that way when it comes to a kid. I guess because I went through it, like court and oh, the dad's supposed to do this or that. I just don't agree with a lot of it. It doesn't make sense to me because they didn't ask to be here.
Right.
So you can't make nobody be what you think they should be. And I feel like the way I grew up and seeing what I seen in my current situation, I feel like people be trying to make people be something that they can't not or won't be, and that's not your job. Your job is really supposed to be focused on taking care of that child. That's really what it's supposed to be at the end of the day. Like it ain't about bashing or doing anything like that. I mean, I never did it. Like, and my daughter was with me majority of her time when she was younger. It's just
right for the first 6 years, right, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was literally her and like all my niggas. She was a rider though. She's a rider. She's still right now. She just real chill and she be like, yeah, I'm with pops type thing. But she's a but that's the way she grew up. Like that's what she knows. So when she feels like I'm being attacked, she gets in her feelings. She's real emotional. She's real emotional. She's a daddy's girl. So I don't know. I would change some things. I probably would have never left Winston, but then again, like that's why I get conflicted with. If I didn't make the moves I did, I would not be in the position that I am now. Like a whole bunch of things would have been different if I didn't do that. So is it bad that I did that? Because right now that's the part that I struggle with back and forth. I didn't do that. I wouldn't have went through all the stuff I went through to be at the point I am at now.
Right.
So, but I mean, she's gonna be fine. I just know moving forward, when I have another kid, it won't be in that situation. Like I'm not having a kid until I'm married. You know what I mean? Like just stuff that we was wild back then, and I got caught up when I was 20. So, but That's I got to learn from my mistakes, and I have friends around me that have seen me go through the things I've gone through, and they make different decisions based on what they've seen. So it can be rough. It can be rough. I still battle with my mom now. Like she don't agree with some of the stuff I be saying, but I think I'll view it from a different point. Like I'm not. She's stuck on her way. She's older, but
You think
I'm
she has
like,
parent guilt?
well,
You think your mom has parent guilt about some of the things that she could have done
she
different?
probably won't say it. I mean, like I really feel like everybody makes mistakes. So if you really sit there and think about it, you be like, damn, I could have did better this way
Right.
for my kid. Maybe that's just my opinion. I don't know how that don't run across your mind. Like I could have did this and it would have been better for in this position. Or I knew I shouldn't have been fucking with that person. And
Right.
now we have to, my child has to deal with this ain't shit person that I knew wasn't shit before they got here. It's just all because I wanted a few moments of pleasure. I'm pretty sure people be thinking about a bunch of different stuff like, you know what? You could have been swallowed. Like it's a lot of different shit that went through
Right.
your head. But but now that they're here, you try to make the best of it. You try to make the best of it. But I don't
I
know. It's probably hard. My mom. It's three of us, three boys. So
right. Yeah, I know that I have a bad. I mean, he KJ could say I could be super mad. Super mad. He's did the worst, whatever. And he could be like, I'm sorry I'm such a burden on you. And I fall out. Like, oh my God, why did I
mm,
have to leave your dad? I know he slept with the secretary, got her pregnant, but I just should have stayed. Like, he has a way to make me feel like I am the worst mom ever. Like, well, you could just send me to military school if that's what you want to do because I don't want to be a burden on you. And I'd just be like, oh my God, I don't want to do that. So he definitely, I have it every day with him, every single day. Like when he called yesterday and said there was no power, could I order him a Wi-Fi box? For 5 seconds, I thought about it. Then I was like, wait a minute, how the bus going? How the thing gonna get there? But I don't know. I don't know why.
he
I
asked
don't
for a
know why.
Wi-Fi box.
Mom, there's no Wi-Fi. Can you order me a Wi-Fi box from Amazon and have it sent here right now? 5 or 10 seconds. I was like, yeah, no.
See, KJ knows how to finesse. KJ is a finesse king. Like he really knows how to prey on people's emotions. Like, bruh, you act like there's no Wi-Fi because it wasn't an act of God that the Wi-Fi didn't go down the power. He knows how to play on your emotions, and he's the only child. Oh yeah,
Listen, every day, every second, I feel guilty. And even with the incident that happened this weekend with the girl, I wanted to drive to Houston. Mom was in the car. It's going to take us 14 hours and knock on the girl's door. And I was ready to do that until somebody said, just let it play out. Hold on. If it, my brother was like, just hold on. Marco was like, hold on. Let's just see. Okay, if it gets bad, then maybe you'll go. But I was losing it. I was like, but he had me losing it because he was like, Mom, he was crying. And I was like, oh, look.
uh oh, uh oh,
I said, Mom, he's
got
crying.
grandma here.
He's like, whoa, Mom, this is crazy. Who's this girl? And she was, so for like 20 minutes, she was with it. And then she snaps out of it quick because she doesn't have any parent guilt. She was like, I'm not fooling with KJ, and he's still on punishment when he get back. I said, what? He has to go back on punishment after he's going through this with this girl. He's crying in Houston. Yep, because I know you won't, and I wouldn't have punishment.
Yeah, he knows how to play on your emotions, Nikki. But the funny part, that's just how you are. Because I be ready to cut people. You be like, no, well they didn't mean it that way, and no, Joe, just no. You know what? Let me get back to damn Atlanta because I gotta get back because this ain't right.
Nikki has no supervision in Atlanta. That's what
Like,
Toast called me. He said, "What you got going on with KJ?" I said, "I mean, he got
yeah, he
involved."
pissed me off. Like, he knows how to prey on your emotions. He knows how to do it. But I mean, yeah, it's all right. I got something for him when I get back down there. Especially oh, I'm doing this. Don't worry about it. So now we got to treat you like you're 12.
When
But
the grandmother called me at 7:59 in the morning, hollering, I was like, "Oh my god!" She was like, "Oh, he got down there and he got 4 Fs." And I started to say something. She was like, "Don't bump for him. You always take up for him." I was like, "Oh, no, I don't." Can I look at the grades? I mean,
yeah.
right. Like anything he did, I'd be like, "Well, you know."
But he brought it on himself. It just like I be telling him, like it's better for you to communicate and say what's going on than to find out later on. Or you need to communicate, whether it be like at school or things that's going on. He likes to wait till the fire is burning and wants you to put it out, bro. Come get me when smoke starts rising.
Right, because that was my thing. He was like, "You never care about my grades." I said, "I always do, but I know that you bring them up." I said, "But don't ever have anybody." That's one of my things in life, and everybody knows that if you're my people's, I don't ever want to hear from an outside source about my people's. Like I'm really big on my people, especially my child, my friends, my family. I'm big. Like my heart is with them. So I don't want nobody to call me about Joe that I didn't know prior. And I don't want you to say nothing about Joe because that's not your place. So I want Joe to tell me, like I said, KJ, why you couldn't just give me the heads up at 3 a.m. when the grades dropped when you saw them? And then I could have been prepared for that phone call. And I'm like, okay, I have a plan. But you backed me into a corner. Like you had that lady calling me early, yelling and hollering. So I was like, okay, I can't do nothing for you. I mean, I couldn't do nothing for you. So I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know.
he in trouble.
Yeah. And she's right. I would have stopped that punishment when he got here because I'd been like, oh, because he's going through something now. Because the girl, I was like, but she was like, I know you won't do it. She was like, he's still on punishment. I said, Mom, but
You got to realize too, the stuff he put out comes back. That energy comes back. He needed that little scare.
Yeah, because
he's not. He wasn't
right,
focused.
like Marquez was saying, he wasn't supposed to be there because you got 4 Fs. So that's why you're not going with the little girl.
Yeah,
like,
see, Marquez be on his neck too, yo.
On the low, like
Marquez be on his neck.
Like, you don't even know what you put me through outside of you. Like he told me, don't tell Scott. I was like, somebody's gonna tell Scott? He's like, can you just wait till they go up to tell Scott? I was like, why do you not tell anybody before it happened? Like, I don't know, but I do feel. I mean, then you like, I definitely have a lot of guilt because of my situation. So my mom told me like, stop apologizing to him about that. You have done your apology. Like, stop. And everybody's like, you don't owe him nothing. But I don't know. I definitely still feel bad. I can't get that out of me because I'm like, damn, I put this child's life in an uproar. Even though people are like, that nigga's good, but I don't know. I can't get that piece out of me.
No, he has it good. He has it better than most. So
right.
Because
the girlfriend's mom asked him, like, how are you able to come to Texas so much? And KJ was wondering why she asked him that. And Nicholas was like, because that's not normal damn behavior. Like, kids don't get to fly somebody out every 2 weeks. So, I mean.
No, he jet sets more than KJ has been on more planes than some grown men I know. Literally more than some grown men I know.
Mom, stop talking about me on my show.
Uh-oh.
You didn't say that.
Ma is on it. She is not playing.
How you know how to use it all of a sudden? I just put it on her phone the other day. Now. She probably want to be on like her son.
We should have brought her on.
I didn't hide it. I just didn't. I was praying for the. That's why I had to put him on contract because I felt guilty. But I think I felt guilty for the wrong things. I think I felt guilty that I hadn't been more involved to know that there was 4 Fs. So he got him up though. He got him up, but I don't like even today. So Joe, we have a parent teacher conference at 2:45 with all the teachers. and I'm already in my mind going in ready to argue with the teachers down. So I got to get that away from me so I can be able to be actively listening.
Nah, they gonna be right. I said this a month ago when that teacher sent that detailed email. I said they done got together and because KJ be finessing them, and they like we ain't gonna let this happen this semester. They on them now. So when that meeting today is gonna be like, listen, this is what's been going on. Da, 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 da. But then again, he's 16, so we shouldn't have to treat him like he's a child. Check his grades every single day. Like, bro, just don't lie. Like, we ask you, tell the truth. If it's a problem, we need help. But he swear up and down. But now, I mean, you got to be on him like he's 10. But yeah, you can't go into that meeting on 10 because they're gonna be ready. I know they're gonna have notes. They sharing notes as you speak right now. Hey, what did you have something to say?
To be like, I'm gonna tell this lady everything he does because she swear to God, every parent teacher conference I've been at, I go in like he ain't do it. Whatever, you probably don't know how to do your job, and they show me all this documentation. I'll be like when they had computers first in school, like when they giving away the laptops. So KJ on YouTube and everything else, and not doing his work during class. So she told me, I was like, "There's no way," because he doesn't even do that like anywhere else. He doesn't listen to YouTube and songs like that. This lady pulled up the detailed login website's password that this nigga had done. He was in the 5th grade. The whole class, like 4 hours, that he didn't do no work. He would be on YouTube, GameStop, game. She handed it to me and just looked at me. I said, he was probably using his own laptop. He wasn't using the school's laptop. Like,
it's because he's really a good. He's not a bad kid, and I think he tries to use that. He's not a bad kid. I seen some bad. I grew up with some bad kids. He's not a bad kid. So, bro, just get this part right. Like, just get this part right. Like I tell him, go to school, treat your mom and your grandma with respect. Not asking you nothing difficult, bro. Do your chores around the house because he's really not a bad kid. But he's spoiled. Like I tell you, he acts just like you, but he's a guy. It is crazy. It's crazy.
That's why people are like, how are y'all fighting? Like,
she acts just like you. Listen, KJ will tell a grown person in a minute, yo, you don't know what you're talking about.
My mom hates that.
Yo, who you think you talking? He know I'll punch him in his mouth or flip him. In a minute, though, he will. But he's not a bad kid. That's why I'm trying. But he's not a bad kid. He's not a bad kid at all. I seen some bad kids because he really could be out here wilding.
He really could.
Stealing the car.
Right.
Smoking and drinking.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I really want him to get that right. School's important and respecting your mother and your grandma. I mean, bro, them only two you got. So I don't know what else. But I mean, it's my guy. That is my guy. Your mom is over here going in.
She has nothing else to do with that.
Huh? Nikki, she's going to be calling you right after this is over.
She's going to get on that parent-teacher conference with us, Joe, and she's going to believe everything they say. I ain't going to go for it. I'm not going for it today. I believe half and half. Because my theory is that, and this is where the parent guilt comes in, the next day, the nigga had B's and C's. So the grades went up automatically the next day. So what he said was they didn't grade his work. Okay. He turned in late.
Right. So, see, that's why I say KJ's good at manipulating stuff. They didn't grade. All right, so this is what happened. This is what I mean, me being in the conference. He slacked off at the beginning, realized his grades dropped. It was like, oh, shit. I need to do something about this. That's why I be getting mad at him, because when he wants to do it, he can do the work. Then he's like, oh, I need to step it up. Those grades didn't get submitted yet before the progress report came out. Then when those grades got submitted, they went up. But bro, if you did the grades, the work before then, and did good on it, their progress report wouldn't look like that. He acts like they just threw out some numbers with no work. No, bro, that reflected the work that you got before the work you decided to turn it up. Like, oh shoot, I know Valentine's Day is coming. I want to go do this, and I want to earn money and do this. He knows how to manipulate the situation. Yo, you can't scam scammers, bro. Like he over here trying to work the system. Dog, I know what you're doing. Like that's what he did. So the teachers see that and realize that too. And because he's not a bad kid, and KJ know how to talk and butter you up, they're like, well, I want him to do good, but this little he get on my damn nerves not doing his work. That's probably what this meeting gonna be like. Listen, we be giving him chances. This is it. This nigga about to be left back in 10th grade again.
Joe, you better be honest with me because I'm Team KJ right now because the grades went up the very next day. So I was
I want him just to keep it up. Like stuff at the house. Why do you gotta be told, or why I gotta get to the point where you about to be in trouble for you to start acting right? Just be consistent. Right. Be consistent.
Right.
That's it. And he can do the work. Like if he was slow, something was going on, like, all right, get him some help. Neither one is true.
No.
Yeah, that's what he did. He's like, oh shit, yo, I want to go see my lady in Texas. Yo, I gotta get my grades right. So, yo, he probably, you remember when he was like, yo, I got mad schoolwork. Yo, he probably was texting her like, yo, I can't talk to you right now. I got mad work to do.
I got mad work to do. Because it's amazing how those grades went from 4 Fs to B's and C's in 24 hours.
Yeah.
I think KJ probably threatened these teachers. Like, it was amazing. I was like, how is this great? I was like,
yeah. But they're not going to keep letting them get away with that. That's the part that's going to sink in. Just do it. Just do it currently. Do it current. Be consistent. But yeah, I know that's what it was. He probably was looking like, I got to make it to Texas, yo, to see my baby. I got to get to the movies with my uncle's blanket.
I'm going to see a long movie. A long movie?
You know what time it was. Oh, my God. What time is that meeting?
2:45, Joe.
You said 2:45?
2:45. It's Zoom. I'll send you the link because... But before we go, Joe, we need to talk about our together high functioning retard of the week, which is, we're not going to say the name, but this person, of course, you know, G&W Management is processing SBA loans and PPP loans for people. Again, we got the contract that we process and the SBA takes over. So again, that means we don't write the checks, Joe, right? We just process.
Yep.
So we have a lot of clients, about 50. So and this lady happens to was on Joe's caseload. She was on yours?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. So she calls Joe. She was calling Joe every day. Where's my money? Where's my money? Doesn't make sense because if you did your research, sis, you would see the SBA loans even last time took from March to people started getting them in the beginning of June. So to me, that's 60 days. So
on top of the fact they emailed us and said, and their words exactly, we are moving very slowly. Their exact words.
Exact word. You can go on SBA right now without even G&W and see they are saying we are taking extra precautions because of the fraud that happened last time. Great. We let all our clients know that. We update them when it comes. I mean, and then by us processing it, it's still everything is in their name. Nothing's in our name. We just assist with the processing. She told us that a broker called her and her stuff was processed and she needs to call the SBA because of fraud. After you called us every day, after she called us last week and said they processed it. To her mind, process means money was in her account. I don't know why you're so ignorant, stupid ass girl. And forgive me for swearing and cursing because I see a couple of people are on here.
Every day text message. The last one was late Saturday night. Mind you, it's Valentine's Day weekend. And any normal government business, anything like that, that's not a business day anyway. So I'm left for on red. I'm not respond. I don't have to respond to those types. You email me when you got information that's relevant to the thing, not asking me every day what's going on.
Right.
Yeah. So that text message Monday morning, I was like, oh yeah, she's done.
She was
She's
done.
done.
So sis, let me tell you something. Let's tell you what's done. So don't accuse us of doing fraud because you misunderstood what the SBA is saying. Because yes, we did cut you. Yes, we you will not get your deposit back. Yes, and you still, stupid ass girl, gonna pay us for in your because you signed a contract with us. So I got the death row shirt on, because you see today today is the day. You got me fucked up because don't ever call me or my staff trying to threaten us with something that we have nothing to do with. Since we don't write them checks, if you were that hungry, you should have stayed at work. You should have picked up UPS time. You could have found another job, but do not call us about that we have your money because it's when we process it goes in your account. So now you have to start over, stupid, at the end, which you probably won't be able to get processed with your own paperwork. You don't know how
Yep.
to do it. So good luck. And when your money drops, I still, G&W still wants their death row cut because you got me
Hmm.
fucked up. So, yep, we dropped her yesterday because she is the of the fucking week. So, burning her
Yeah,
file.
that's a headache.
Yeah,
But I appreciate all the other clients. They've been doing what they've been asked to do. They've been patient. Trust me. I mean, shoot, I want y'all to get paid so we get paid too, yo.
right.
Like, but
I mean, that's
her,
what and it was her and her husband. So we dropped two of them because, bitch, we're not pressed. there is 52 other of you on our boards. Like, people still calling every day asking us to process. Sister, I'm good. And we got your deposit. Yeah. And did she remember Joe? She didn't even pay all her deposit because she was like, she like,
yep.
girl, mm-mm. And you're still gonna contract. And so sugar somebody may knock on your door, get your address, and we want our money on time. I need my money on time. Don't play
That's
with
gonna
me.
be a
Don't play
completely
with my
different
money.
headache. Whew,
That's gonna be yeah. We're gonna have to send Toast over there. Toast gonna have to go over there because
kicking indoors.
it's not.
My
We'll get
guy
sniped over
toast.
there. Snipes
My
will
God,
bring back the money.
them two when they toast. Hey, bro. Oh man. Uh,
But yeah, we're good. It was a calm show today. We not get that many views because we didn't yell at nobody, and
I'll
So
be
we
yelling next
appreciate
week.
our viewers and subscribe YouTube and call us with questions or show ideas, and we'll look at them. But again, do your research on all of this money that the government is giving away. Do not leave it up to somebody to tell you. There's enough information on the internet that you'll be able to read it to your own understanding. Because the us processing is nothing different than when they process you're self processing. We just know how to do it with ease, and we understand it's a lot. But do your research. Don't let stuff slip away because you're not reading and understanding. So,
Yep.
but we appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all next week. All
All
right,
right.
mom.